going to start off by mixing the textured or 3D paste. This recipe can easily be multiplied depending on how much you need for your project. The plaster of Paris I bought from a pharmacy. I live in South Africa, so I bought it from Dischem. I used wood glue. However, you can use craft glue too. The water I added was just plain tap water. I use chalk paint. You can use acrylic paint or a PVA paint. It doesn't make a difference. Before you start mixing, or just when you start mixing, you will see that the consistency seems dry. However, you will be tempted to add some water. Don't. Mix well, and you will see it's quite liquidy. If you want a stiffer mixture, just add a little bit more of plaster of Paris. Secure your stencil with masking tape or a tape of whatever sort you have. And before you start putting on the textured paint, make sure you have measured out exactly how many and where your stencil should go. Remove the masking tape and from the side, lift your stencil gently. This will ensure that your textured paste does not move and doesn't smear. Now you will have to wait for the paste to dry before you apply another stencil. You'll have to go and wash your stencil and remove all of the textured paste from your stencil. As your stencil is going to get blocked and you won't have a clear design on your next stencil. There might be some smearing or excess. Don't worry about it now. Just leave it to dry. And at the end, you're going to take a palette knife or just a blunt butter knife and just remove the excess. It will just flip off. It's not going to be a difficult process removing the excess. So carefully go around the corners and remove whatever you don't want. When you're done, do not wipe it off with a wet cloth. Just dust it off. You'll see it'll come off quite easily. You will have to seal in your design. My first try, I used a varnish that I put on with a brush, but the color of the paint bled onto the rest of the pot. So I had a light blue hay on the rest of the pot, and that's not what I wanted. I wanted a clear white pot with blue details on it. So for this video, I used a varnish, a spray-on varnish from Rust-Oleum, and it came out wonderfully. So I would recommend use a spray-on varnish, just a thin, clear layer, just to seal in your designs. It is just to ensure that your textured paste doesn't chip off and that the color of the paste is nice and bright. And now your project is done. There's no baking, there's just a lot of waiting for everything to dry, but it's a very easy project for you to do to update basic pots.